for a lot of things, including the symposium. And so I'm thrilled to be here and be your facilitator for this session. I'm going to go through just a couple things just to kind of let you know what we're going to be doing right now. And then I'm going to have our guest panel introduce themselves. So couple kind of housekeeping-ish things. Hold on, let me move this down. So session's being recorded, and that is so that folks who aren't able to be here with us right now will be able to catch up and see this later. If you can, mute yourself unless you're talking, and share your video if you can. It's always great to see faces and just kind of have that better sense of community. I'm going to invite folks to, for the most part, use chat for questions or comments. Again, that's mainly because we just have this short window of time. The way we have our time planned, though, there will be time for you to come off mute and ask some questions later in the call. So for the flow of our time together, we're going to have some introductions. We're going to share a video that our guests have prepared. And then I have a couple questions that I'll ask them to get it started. Then we'll open it up to other questions. And then we'll wrap it up with some reflection. I want to encourage you all to take notes when something either grabs your attention or sparks a question or an idea. There'll be a couple times where I'll very specifically just pause for a minute or two and give you a chance to capture some notes. So just to kind of set your expectations there. So I am going to invite our panelists to introduce themselves. All right, Jessica and Amy, thanks for being here. Let us know your names, your roles, and tell us a little bit about your site.
Well, thanks for having us, Julie. My name is Jessica Byrd. I'm one of 2 site coordinators at Evergreen Elementary School. This is Amy Dunlap, our principal.
Yep, I'm the principal of Evergreen Elementary School and Gold Street School, which just has our TK students. So we have a special school just for TK, and then I'm here also with kindergarten through 3rd grade. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. You'd think I've never done this before. I want to invite everyone to introduce yourselves in the chat. So take a moment and just share your name, which we will see if you've got your name, obviously, as your name in Zoom, but just your role and where you are, where geographically you are.
Julie, can I say mine because I'm driving? I can't do the chat.
Of course.
Okay. I'm Michaela Royal. I'm in Alameda, and I'm site coordinator at Love Elementary for Bay Area Community Resources.
All right, Michaela. I happen to know Michaela. Michaela, I'm so glad you're here. And let me open up the chat so I can see everyone.
And I don't know if we said we're in Yreka, California, which is way up at the very, very, very top of California. We're right by the Oregon border.
Yeah, you all are just about as far north California as you can get. Yeah. And I know we've got folks all the way from, look at this, all the way from Sonoma, Oakland, Berkeley, West Hills, Oak Grove. I know where that, oh, yep. Sonoma County, Oceanside, Fresno Unified, Del Norte, all over the place. So this is such a great opportunity to be able to share some amazing things that you're doing at your site across the entire state with these folks. So great to have you here. So Amy and Jessica, do you want to take just a few minutes, share a little bit about your site? You are in Yreka. Tell us a little bit about the kind of how you would describe that. I think you talk about it in your video too, but you know, we've got folks in urban, rural, suburban. Tell us just real quickly about your kind of about Yreka and the area you're in.
Yeah, so we're located in Siskiyou County. Yreka is the county seat of Siskiyou County. It is a very large county with very low population. So we have 20 schools within our county that the County Office of Education oversees. We are the largest district, and that encompasses our TK at Gold Street, Evergreen Elementary, and then our middle school as well. We are an ACES grant funded program with plenty of district support. The district ends up supplementing our funding significantly just to keep the program up and running as large as it is. Yeah.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
Okay, so our area, our school has about 70% of the students are on free or reduced lunch. So it's a socioeconomically, it's, you know, a low area. We have a lot of foster youth. We have the most foster youth at our site than any other school in our county. We also have a good sized Native American population. So we'll get into that a little bit later too, about some of the things that they help provide for our after school program. Our school size is, I've got about 100 kids per grade level, except for my TK has about 70 students. So, you know, we have a population here of, you know, about 430 students at this site. And most of them, more than half of them are in the after school program.
Wow, that's fantastic to have that many. I think that's a great scene setting for the video that you all pulled together. And Shayna, who is helping us out today. Shayna, I'm going to ask you now to go ahead and share that video. It's about 5 minutes long.
Welcome to Safe at Evergreen.
Hi, my name is Jessica Byrd. I'm one of 2 of the site coordinators for Evergreen Elementary School's Safe After School program. Evergreen Elementary is located in Yreka, California. We are a rural farm-based community and we host 220 students on average daily. Living in a rural area presents both unique challenges and offerings. The relationships we forge with our community partners in after school help our children foster a connection with local culture and opportunities.
Hello, I just wanted to share why I teach the language in the schools. My master speaker always told me that I need to teach what I know. And then my parents were not allowed, or not just my parents, but you know, elders that went to boarding schools were not allowed to speak their language. And so I feel like I need to speak for them and I need to teach others to speak. And then the third one was my elder always said, it doesn't cost money to talk to someone and teach them the language. And so kind of just listening to my elders and passing the language on. And that's why I'm in the schools.
Word that means my name is. So I would say Florine Nithwuati. Can you say that? Nithwuati. 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 So we'll go around. You guys say your name. So I'd say Florine Nithwuati.
Good job. You said good job, right? Ayuki, Florian Nitwuati, Katishram Niaramsi Purati, Na Karukwa Arad, Aradahi, Neopun Miti, Tani A Chicha. I said, hello, my name is Florine. I come from Yreka. I'm a Karuk person. I'm learning the language, and I am happy.
Miss Faith, tell us what we're doing here.
Well, this is our snack time, and we sit in a circle and talk about our day and talk about things we like to do.
All right.
Carl, what do you like to do? Watch TV at home? Yeah? What was you?
Playing games and my favorite movie and
Oh, okay.
Stacia came and taught us about gas, liquid, and solid. And then we played gas, liquid, solid, freeze tag.
What do you like to do, Kinsley? What was it? Kaylee, what would you like to do? Let's talk really loud, guys. What was it?
Jumping over my pool noodle and acting like a horsey.
Oh, nice. Raylin.
I like to hold my guinea pig, and her name is Raya.
Aw. Presley.
I like to sleep.
Sleep? Me too.
I like to wash my
Adalea.
hands and hold my baby Casey.
Aw. I love that you added wash your
My mom just
hands.
had a baby.
Aw. Big sister.
I like to play bedtime stories at my house.
That sounds fun. All right, whose turn is next? Garrett.
I like to just watch TV.
You like to watch TV at home? Hunter, what do you like to do at home?
Pass.
Pass? Okay. And Sophia.
I like to play with my dolls at home.
With your dolls?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
I have Barbie dolls and princesses dolls.
Oh, Barbies and princesses? Aw. Thank you guys for sharing snack time with us.
Thank you.
I love that snapshot that tells us so many aspects of your program. Thank you so much. So what I want to do now is just take just pause for just a minute and allow everyone just a little bit of time to just reflect on that for a moment, capture any notes or questions or ideas that are coming up for you, and then we'll come back and start a little Q&A in just about 1 minute. All right, folks. So thanks for just taking a minute to just think about what we saw there. I'm going to kick it off with a couple questions and then we'll open it up. So Jessica, I loved learning about the language club. Are there other clubs that your site does that maybe support the community and learning in other ways?
Yeah, I feel like it's always a work in progress. So we're looking to add more all the time. The Karuk tribe is one of our greatest resources. They did a bounce back club last year, and that was more focused on traditional beading and SEL. We have the language club this year. They meet every Tuesday. Girls on the Run functions parallel to our program. So while they're not a part of our SAFE program, they're functioning at the same time with our students and pulling the students and then returning them to the program. And we also have FNL Kids program that we're starting up probably as soon as we come back from the symposium. Our music teacher, Jacob Turner, is going to be doing a percussion club, And so we'll kick that off, and it'll be about 6 to 8 weeks. And then at the end of that, we'll have a like a parent concert finale. So that's really exciting.
Wonderful. So lots of options for lots of different interests, it sounds like. Which it sounds like for a site as big as you, that's really a great offering. So something that comes to mind is being in a rural area. What challenges do you face when it comes to, you know, building relationships with neighboring or large communities, or, you know, other partners in your community?
I think that just the geography of our region is a pretty big struggle. Like say if we wanted to partner with our good buddy Jeffrey Williams down at Weed Elementary, that it's 35 miles away. And that's, you know, we have a couple that are closer, but we're just so spread out. Siskiyou County is one of the largest counties in California, and we're just sparsely populated. So that can be a challenge when we're looking to partner with other schools in our county. And then Amy had mentioned earlier, our population is pretty below the poverty level on average. So it's hard for our students to be able to participate in like accessible opportunities. We have a lot of like hunting and skiing and like rafting available in the area, but it's not really accessible to families that are living in poverty. So that's something that we struggle with, but we try to provide in any way that we can. And also funding. We have a lot of opportunities to participate in programs, but we just don't have the funds to support that. A lot of our funding goes just towards supporting our students through what's the word I'm looking for? Employment. So we have a lot of our funds just go to having bodies available to supervise and engage the children. What would you say would be one of our
I know, I was just
challenges?
thinking too, also, is just the distance. You know, we've looked at having science works or, you know, any kind of organization like that is going to be at least an hour away on either side. So it does get costly. So that is definitely a challenge that we face.
No, that makes sense. But kind of along those lines is I noticed in the video the visit from the fire department. At the are there other local agencies that you work with to kind of build that trust, those trusting relationships in the community?
Yeah, I feel like our local agencies are really on board. The police department, the fire department, they're showing up pretty much anytime that we can invite them, which is great. We also had a visitor from the New Frontier Theater Company located in Mount Shasta. And he came and worked with the children on some improvisation, character development, those sorts of things. Siskiyou County Office of Education also has been really great about providing opportunities. Stacia Andrews just recently finished up, actually she's finishing it up today, a STEAM Outdoors educational, what's the word? Where she came and we learned about like basic engineering and phases of matter and chemical reactions based on the student's grade level. And then we also try to do about once a month, we will try to partner with Meals on Wheels. And we have a lot of seniors in the community that live in areas that are not all that accessible. So they're either not mobile or just so out of town that they don't get a lot of human interaction. So we try to work with them, and the kids will make them cards or send them pictures and things like that. So we try to do that once a month. We've also had our local Circle and Square dancing club come out and do some fun stuff. And then just our local businesses. We have a lot of student parents and families that are business owners here, so we try to work with them as much as possible, and that support kind of goes both ways. We'll vote 1 week on like our favorite restaurant at the time, and then everybody will draw their own pictures, and we send them to the restaurants, and they put them up for customers to see. And it's fun for the kids when they go out to eat with their parents to, point it out on the wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I imagine, and Amy, this might be a question for you too, but attendance goals are a challenge always. And I'm wondering if kind of what has worked well for you. And Amy, that may very well cross over into school day. I mean, statistics show that kids who go to the after school program, they have, their attendance is better in school day. So I'm wondering if you have some strategies there, or kind of where you've seen successes in getting that attendance up.
Well, here at our site, we really don't have any problems with attendance. The kids want to come to our after school program. We have usually about 250 a day that are coming to our after school program. As we're funded for the 85, our district provides the extra funding for after school program for all students. So I think the programs that they provide, the homework time, parents wanting that support. Some of our parents are working parents. Some of them may not be working, but they know that they're safe at school. So, that's where a lot of parents choose to have their children stay, which we like it. We like having a big program. We do have the biggest program in our county. There was a time that we had a waiting list, and years ago, where we would have to have the waiting list, and on the day that we would have signups, we would have a line around the corner of the school. Mm-hmm. So, but our district has it invests a lot into the program with our general fund, and we hope to keep supporting that because it supports the students, it supports the parents and the families, and gives kids a safe place to be after school.
That's amazing. And your numbers, 250, I mean, that just speaks for itself right there. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I want to, we don't have much time, but I did want to open it up to others. Some great questions in the chat. Shayna, you can help me maybe elevate a question or two.
For sure.
That'd be great.
Okay, so I have Emily. She asked, what process do you have in place for club signups, and do students get to choose?
Mm-hmm. So we usually run signups based on like a grade level, like developmental appropriateness. So for example, our upcoming music club, Mr. Turner decided that would be most appropriate for third graders. So in terms of sign up, what we've done is created a permission slip, and we need the permission slip in place to make sure that the students are going to stay for the length of that club, and then they would be picked up afterwards. So it's really just a first come, first serve based on who gets those permission slips in. There is a limited capacity. So it's kind of a combination between the child's responsibility and interest in the program to take that permission slip home, get it signed, and then get it back. And then also the parents' availability. Although some students might want to participate, if they're not able to participate for the full length of the club, then we kind of send priority over to the students that are able to attend daily and stay through the length of it.
Great, thank you. Smita, sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. They would like to know what does a typical day look like at the after school?
A typical day, it's like beautifully organized chaos. Like Amy had said, we have a ton of kiddos. So we actually have 12 different cohorts. Each cohort is made of either 1 or 2 classrooms, and they are divided by age group. A classroom aide typically stays with their same students during after school. And each cohort has anywhere from 15 to 25. And that would be either one or 2 aides per cohort. So we do sign in. So 12 different groups are signing in. They send up a snack sheet. Our wonderful helper, Selena, prepares snack for all 220 students. We go to recess, they eat the snack. We go immediately into homework support. We have a little transitionary period, and then we do our enrichment program, our enrichment activity of the day. And then our students kind of trickle down throughout the day. We do have a very flexible release time. So we wanted to make sure that we're giving parents the support that they need. So if they only need the care until 4:30, we're happy that the students are able to go home a little bit early and spend that much needed time with their family. So they start leaving anywhere. I mean, we see a very dramatic drop in attendance around 4:30. So anywhere from 4:30 to 6, kids are starting to go home.
Great. I think we have time for maybe one more question. Let's see. Rana Adams wants to know, how many staff members do you have there for 250 students a day?
Great question. There's 22 staff, not including myself and Kirsten, after school. And so they're kind of staged different.
And they stagger. Mm-hmm. Some of them are only here till 4. It depends on, what's needed. They don't all stay till 6 o'clock. So a lot of them leave at 4:30 as the kids are starting to leave. And then we have another group that leaves at 5, another group of pairs that leave at 5:30. But we're always under that 20-to-1 ratio. Some of our groups, they might have 25 kids in them, but there would be 2 paras with that group.
Big, healthy staff. Wow.
Yeah.
Jessica and Amy, thank you so much for sharing your site with us, and just a lot to take away from this. Shayna just dropped in the chat a couple prompts for everyone. Just invite you to just capture some notes on glows and grows. So glows being what do you see as some highlights from this session, and then grows, not in the sense of what could Amy and Jessica do better, but grows in terms of what can you take away from this? So what strategies or ideas can you take and use in your own program to better support either your staff or your students or your families or all of those? So invite you to just reflect on that as we wrap up. And I was going to wrap us all up with a word or phrase in the waterfall. I don't know if we have time for that though. We're up against the end of our time. And yes, I agree. Peerless Share's district support is impressive. That's amazing. It sounds like Jessica and Amy, you have developed a great partnership in your organization and just to support your community. So thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining at 2:45. You are welcome to come on back, and we're going to have a virtual site visit with a high school. And then the last one today is a middle school. So we're just getting started with 3 amazing sites today. So thank you again so much. And Shayna, I'm going to invite you to stop the recording, and then all these recordings will be available for everyone as well. Thank you so much. I wish we had time for a lot more conversation.